Hello everyone! Today is Flosstube number 10. It's October the 3rd and I'm Elizabeth. This is Frizzy Lizzy Stitches. I did all of that out of order. Today is very odd because the lighting is terrible, so I had to put my lamp, which usually is back there, on Piper's cat tower, which is like right in front of me, to get some decent light. And now that there's something unique and new on her tower, she keeps messing with it, so we'll see how this goes. It's been 3 weeks since my last video, and that was because last weekend when I would have filmed, last weekend I would have filmed, my friend and I decided to take a weekend trip to Atlanta, which is within reasonable driving distance from me. So yeah, we spent the weekend in Atlanta and shopped and stayed in a fancy hotel for a night, so we had a good time. And went to a couple stationery stores, and I bought a ton of greeting cards and stickers, and so that was fun. But yeah, anyway, I'm back and I have more than one whip to show you. So yeah, I actually started something and finished it within the past 3 weeks as well. Thank you, Piper. She's really wild today, so I keep looking over here because she's being really cute and she's very distracting. But anyway, I'm gonna set this down because I'm still holding it. Okay, yes, so I already told you I went to Atlanta. I also got my windshield replaced, so go me. I had a broken windshield for like 2 years. And the only reason I put it off for that long is because it wasn't actually in my line of sight, but it was starting to get to the point where it was on the passenger side, and the crack was starting to like separate, and there was like dirt getting stuck in there. So I finally bit the bullet, or whatever people say, and paid the absurd amount of money. It wasn't absurd. I mean, it was reasonable for what it was, but it was still like, no one wants to pay hundreds of dollars to replace their windshield when there's a strong chance that it could just get broken the next day or something. But anyway, so far so good. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had for life updates. Piper's being a dork and licking her toes. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a hell of a time editing the beginning of this video because I'm so distracted by Piper. Okay, so I have 4 things to show you. I got my nails done. I'm super excited about it. I got black for Halloween because it is officially spooky season. I'm like totally in the zone now. I mean, I've switched out like the pillows and stuff last month, but now it's like, it feels real. So, plus I just love the word October. I love it. Okay, so enough of that. Like I said, 4 whips. So I'm gonna go in the order of which I worked on them. First is Pawsome Song, which I did not do a whole lot, but I did do something. I did 2 hours worth of work over 2 days. So this is what it is going to look like. This is Pawsome Song by Mama Witch Cross Stitch, and this is what it looked like last time, and this is what it looks like now. So I filled in the rest of his face, I think. Yeah, so there was a color that I was missing that I ended up purchasing, and you can kind of see it more down here, but it's like a really dark brown. So his mouth is filled in, and his nose is filled in, and his eye as well. There is a like line right here, which I have not, that's supposed to be a different color. I haven't stitched it yet. But yeah, so kind of finishing in his face. Not too much else to say about this. He's a lot bigger than I thought he was gonna be. Is this 16 count? Yeah, this is 16 count Black Ada, and I'm doing 2/1 or whatever. But yeah, he's pretty big, so he's so cute. I don't know when he'll come out again because I have so many other projects that I'm working on that, I don't know. I was actually chatting with Rocio from Kokohama Stitchery last night about, I'm up to like 10 whips or something now, and I just like, I get this feeling of like, I feel bad. I feel guilty for the whips that are just sitting there not being worked on. So I either need to stop working on, I need to stop starting new things, or I need to reevaluate what I have started. I feel like it's too early for that though, so they're just gonna sit there until I finally get to them. But I love them all. I want to finish them all. But yeah, I don't know when he'll come back out again. But I did start him because I was like, ooh, he's like very fall vibes. So maybe, because I have there's another project I'm going to show later that I want to start this month because it's Halloween. But Piper's so distracting. But yeah, I'm rambling at this point. He's adorable. I don't know when he'll come back out. But yeah. So the next one is another Mama Witch cross stitch project, and I started and finished him since my last video. This is actually a gift for my sister, and I already told her that I was making this for her, and I don't really know if she watches my videos, but if she does, I'm not too mad about her seeing it because I haven't fully finished it. I've just finished the stitching. But this is Ammonita Frog by Mama Witch Cross Stitch. I'm not going to show you any pictures because he's finished. But this is what he looks like. He's so cute. Oh my god, I love him. So this is stitched on 16 count Black Ada. And what other, I worked on him for 5 days. Across a 10-day period, and it took me 11 hours and 32 minutes to stitch him. So I think he's like 45 by 54 stitches or something like that. So, but yeah, he's so cute. The little flies around him really bring this together, and backstitching the little wings was really fun because I just love that extra detail that it adds. But he's so cute. I love him so much. I'm not gonna name him because I really want to. He deserves a name, but I want my sister to name him since he'll be going to my sister. So yeah, look how cute he is. So, but yeah, and I had been storing him in this adorable little bag that I got from this boutique around here, and has like stars on the back and these little pom-poms on the front. But it's such a cute bag, and it actually holds a lot. Like, I only have, like, I'm going to finish him in a hoop. And then I have some of the flosses in here, but, like, I kind of underestimated this. I was like, oh, this will be good for a smallest project. I definitely could fit a bigger project in here. But it has a cute little star and tassel. Anyway, I really like this bag, and it's adorable. So, there's my Ammonita Frog. Okay, and then the next one is another start, but it's a whip because, you know, it's gonna take a lot longer than 11 hours to stitch. But this is my Lucky Nutcracker, which I have in my project bag that I made. I showed this in my last video, I think. But yeah, so parts 1 and 2 are out. They come out every other week. So this is what it's going to look like. And I don't have a last time because I just started it. But let's see here. I've got it folded up still. I wasn't very prepared. I mean, I laid everything out, but I was kind of lazy, so. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. This tree is ginormous. Honestly, all the motifs so far, well, there's only 2 so far, but they're just so big. This is a 28 count white Zweigart and even weave. It's totally even weave. But yeah, so I've got the tree started. I wonder if I can put this behind it and it'll show up a little better. Yeah, that's a little helpful. Oh, you can see the cats there, but it's fine. So yeah, this is what I have so far. I was going to outline the entire tree and do like all the ornaments and trims, but then I had to get my car serviced yesterday, And so I brought this with me to work on, and since I already had some of this stuff outlined, since I already had some of this stuff outlined, I just decided to fill in at the dealership. I realized that I have never stitched in public before yesterday, and it really cracked me up because, I mean, obviously I wanted to make me use my time because I was going to be there for like an hour. But I had never stitched in public, so I felt like such a grandma. But it was fun, and like I said, I just did fill in because I didn't want to mess up or really have to look at the pattern. So, but yeah, I filled in all of that green and all of this green. So, but yeah, so like I said, the second part for this is already out. It came out, I guess, like Friday. So I'm just gonna keep working on this at my own pace. I'm not gonna stress myself out about finishing it like as each part comes out, but I don't want to forget about this. If you want to join the stitch along, you can buy the pattern and or kit from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. There's a hashtag on Instagram that you can follow called I'll put it on the screen here, Lucky Nutcracker Sal, and so you can see what everyone is doing with their project and like how they're stitching it and stuff. I have been amazed with how people have been tweaking this project to their style or likability or whatever. I'm just stitching it as called for, but I definitely think I'm going to go in with some embellishment, like almost kind of like a multimedia thing to kind of make it my own and make it a little more interesting. But there's just white dots that go across for the trimming on the tree, and I really think it would be cute to get some like lady dot pom-pom trim and kind of tack it on where the trimming is, and then for the ornaments like put a sequin over it or something. So I'm definitely thinking of ideas to kind of add to this tree just so it's not flat stitching. But yeah, seeing everyone else's ideas on the hashtag is super interesting. People have been using beads. Somebody used like these really chunky, like really big beads. And yeah, people have been like, I think someone even did some Smyrna crosses for the ornaments. People have been changing the colors of the presents at the bottom. Like somebody, I think my favorite one that I've seen, someone did like a red and pink stripe with like a gold glittery floss for the bow on it. And anyway, like I said, even if you don't stitch this, follow the hashtag because everyone's is looking different and it's really cool. So yeah, anyway. And plus this is also my first Christmas stitching, so I'm also excited about that. The Nutcracker he's really cute too. He's the part 2 that came out. So, but yeah, when I started stitching this, I hadn't, it was starting to fray, and I actually took it to my sewing machine and just sewed a line around the edge, which you can't tell because I just did it in white thread, but yeah, no, you can't tell. But yep. Okay, I think that's all I have to say about that one. I'm gonna put my needle minder back on it so I don't lose it. He's adorable. He's a little Nutcracker. This lamp is not, it's helping with my face being not dark, but it's not really helping with the cross stitch because it's making everything look yellow. But yeah, no, here's the little Nutcracker and he's adorable. So, okay. So that is Lucky Nutcracker. And I worked on that for 5 days, for 5 hours and 47 minutes. So, okay, and then the last thing I have to show you is not very much because I just started it last night, but part 7 of Cozy Cafe came out on the 25th of September. And so I started, it's apple cider. It's gonna look like this. And this is what mine looked like last time, in case you didn't watch the last video. And then this is what I started last night. So down here is the coffee, you can kind of see. But I just did the left side of the bottom part, the scalloped, and I started this apple, and this is a little bit of the border. So I definitely want to get this part done before the next part comes out. And I just love this project so much. So yep, not much to look at, like I said, but the apples are so cute. After this, there's 3 more parts left. And so we have October, November, and December. So based on the Frosted Pumpkin Instagram, if you scroll through some of their pictures, you can kind of get a hint at some drinks that are going to come out that we haven't gotten yet. One of those is peppermint cocoa, which I'm gonna put a picture from their Instagram so you know what I'm talking about. Peppermint cocoa, which I think will be December's release. And then another one that I've seen on their Instagram, I think I saw like the back of it when they had some of the fabric rolled up or something. I'll also put that picture here. It looks like it's gonna be pumpkin spice latte. That honestly could go for October or November, but I feel like it'll probably be October. And then I have no idea what the third drink will be. So, well, I'm excited to find out. But, yeah. This is what it's looking like. But yeah. So those are all my projects that I've been working for the last 3 weeks. I really didn't do that much stitching this past week because I think I kind of just got like, I'm tired, I don't feel like it. I guess I lost the stitchy bug for a little bit, but I think I only stitched like 2 days last week. But I'm also really back into Animal Crossing, so I've been like redesigning my island on my iPad so that I can like plan it out and then do it in my game like a true nerd. But anyway, they announced that there's going to be an Animal Crossing Direct in October for this month. I don't think it'll be until the end of the month, but they did show a teaser that this character from previous games is making a return. And it's a character, his name is Brewster. I don't know how many of you play Animal Crossing, but he runs the little cafe in the museum. And anyway, people have been anticipating Brewster's return for a very long time now, and so people are very excited, myself included. But I'm also curious because usually Nintendo doesn't do a direct for a specific game unless they have a lot of information to share. So I'm very curious to know what other updates are coming for Animal Crossing aside from the addition of the cafe, because they can't talk for 30 minutes about the cafe. So some things I would like to see is more like public works projects type things. And I also would like to be able to add people's custom designs to my Able Sisters by myself and not have them come to my island to do it. But yeah, very random things. Yeah. So I'm gonna move on to haul now. I made a very large purchase from Mad for Minders. I essentially doubled my needle minder collection, going from like 10 to like 20. So yeah, but I'm very excited about them because they're adorable. Mad for Minders has an astounding collection to choose from. So I got 12 needle minders from Mad for Minders, and she puts them on these cards, but I flipped them around so that they just have a plain white background. But yeah, so these are the first 6 that I got. I just really love all these. I picked this one out specifically for my Alice in Wonderland project. And then I actually drive a Volkswagen, and my favorite color is pink, so this was also perfect. The SAS tablets crack me up. And then, oh, the lighting, okay. And then this is from Hamilton. We got Tinkerbell, Hello Kitty. I'm not gonna explain them, you can clearly see what they are, but yeah, I'm super excited about these. And the magnets she uses are very strong, so that's also a good thing. And then these are the other 6 that I got. So this is from Schitt's Creek. I love that show. This thimble is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. And then this, I myself am strange and unusual, is from Beetlejuice. And then this cat looks freaking like Piper. Like, I cannot even handle it. It looks just like her. She's finally calm now, so I'm not gonna like pull her in front of the camera, but like, I'll put a picture up over here of her. I took a picture of her with the needle minder, but I'm also gonna show another one. I'm gonna put this like here, and then maybe pop up a picture over here that looks just like her in this position. But yeah, so love that. And there's a variety of like types with these. Like, some of these are wood and some of these are like a hard plastic. So I think these two, this one and this one, are all wood, and the rest of them are kind of like the hard plastic. So yeah, but there's my new needle minder collection from Mad for Minders on Etsy. So, and then I also got my floss of the month from Color and Cotton. This is the September colors, and I do the 3 skein club. And these colors are very Halloween-y. So, oops. Okay, so there's a orange, green, and purple. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. So here's what they look like. The purple is called Purple Parrot. And then the green is Avocado. And the orange is Salamander. So, yeah, these are super pretty. I haven't used any of the Color and Cotton flosses that I've gotten from these floss months, but I look forward to figuring out what projects I can put them with. So far, I've pretty much done all my projects in the called for flosses. So that's one thing I want to kind of try, is to be a little more experimental and like try replacing some colors, just to take some creative liberties, if you will. But yeah, so those are the September flosses for the 3 skein club. I think maybe it's like 3 and 6 or something, but I think if you get one of the floss clubs that comes with more than 3, you would get these 3 plus an additional however many for whatever floss club you picked. But yep, I always get surprised when they come in the mail, because she sends you an email when they're shipped, but I always forget, and then I'm like, oh, floss. So, but yeah, and then my last haul, I got, hold on, okay, I got the pins there's one pin that Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch put out on her Etsy store, and it's this little, I put it on my backpack. It's a little, what do you call those things? Pendant? Like the flag? Anyway, but it says Stitch with a heart, and then on this white part, you can't really tell because my lighting is terrible today, but it says Elizabeth Ann Can, and so it says, Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. So anyway, this is my work backpack, so I really like this on here, because then I get to see it every day. So, but yeah. Yeah, and that's all my haul. My face is itchy. What else did I write down? Okay, so my plans. I plan to finish this month, or I guess September's part for Cozy Cafe, the apple cider. I plan to keep stitching on Lucky Nutcracker. Gonna go at my own pace and just not stress myself out about it. And then I definitely want to do this one start for October, and this is, oh my god, the lighting is terrible. This is Halloween Quaker by Leela Studio. If you haven't seen this, you're just living under a rock. But yeah, so I got all the called for flosses and fabric. This will be my first time. I was gonna start this yesterday, but I realized I don't actually, I got the 40 count fabric. I've never stitched on 40 count, and I only had size 26 needles, and apparently you're supposed to use a 28 needle for 40 count. I know I probably could have gotten away with using 26, but I want to do it right since it's my first time doing 40 count. So honestly, I'm so excited about this. I may just go to Michael's or Joann's today to get some 28 count or 28 size needles. But yeah, and then I did kind of set up the project for yesterday. These are all the called for flosses, and so I don't really know how to explain this. I'm gonna show this color because I think this one's my favorite. So this one is called Smoke, and it kind of matches my shirt, which is also Halloween, by the way. Okay, so basically when I bought these, they were kind of folded up like this and looped around the little hole here. So I basically, because I didn't know basically how I was supposed to set this up, so I'm actually gonna take this out so I can explain in case anybody else is really confused. But okay, so this is like the whole length of the floss, and this is like all these parts are cut and all these parts are cut. I did not cut it, it came like this. So when they put it on the floss card, they have this like folded in half twice, like that. And then they loop like this side through the hole here. So I was genuinely confused because I was like, am I supposed to just like cut this loop down here and then stitch with that? And then Stitching in Sequins made a good comment on my post when on my video when I said that. She was like, you're gonna have a really short length of floss. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I just unfolded it to kind of see how it was packaged because like I said, I was confused. Because DMC, it's like one ginormous length of floss, and then you can wind it around a bobbin, or you can, loop it and then cut whatever length of floss you like to stitch with. But these are already cut into different, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like there's 5 pieces of actual floss. And then of course each strand has its own, or each piece has 6 strands in it. But anyway, so I basically just undid it all the way and then folded it in half because I compared it to a length of floss that I usually like to stitch from, like how long I like to stitch with. And this was pretty close to that, so anyway, I don't know if that was helpful to anybody, but it sure helped me out when I was figuring that out yesterday. So I basically undid all of my flosses and folded them so that they were the length that I wanted to stitch with and didn't have any loops at the bottom. But the other interesting thing too is not all of these are the same length. I think this lobster claw was a lot shorter than some of these darker ones. So anyway, this is kind of a very unorganized rant about flosses, but whatever. I also have never stitched with fancy floss, variegated, overdyed, whatever you want to call it. So I'm excited about that. But I need to get a ring to keep all these together. And this chart also calls for some DMC, which I usually wrap my DMC around a bobbin, but I may actually cut this one to be stored on a floss card so that they can just all be on one ring. And yeah, so this would be my first fancy project because it's 40 count, it's on Picture This Plus, it has classic colorworks. So yeah, I'll be stitching, I guess, 1/2. That'll be a first too also. But yeah, and then just so we can look at how beautiful Murky is because it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I remember trying to get this from 123 Stitch forever ago, and it was quite a process because, as most of you may know, Picture This Plus is kind of hard to come by, but look how pretty. It's so beautiful. So yeah, I'm really excited I think I may do a corner start on this because I think on here it actually says that if you stitch on 40 count, it can fit on a fat 1/8, 13 by 18, with a 2-inch allowance. And this is a 17 by 25 piece of fabric. So I might actually just start in the corner. That way I'll have extra fabric, maybe? I don't know. I haven't thought about the math too much. I usually middle start things, but I might do a corner start on that. So anyway, I'm very excited about this. I've had this project kitted up for probably all year. I think I bought the stuff for this like January, February, somewhere in there. So I've had this kitted up for a while, but I wanted to start it in October because, you know, Halloween. So, but there's that. And yeah, let's see. That's all I wrote down. Piper's finally calm. She was a little haywire in the beginning. But anyway, I'm really close to 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm like 40 or so away. So that's really awesome and really wild. I never thought that I would have a YouTube channel or have that many subscribers. So thanks for you guys who like to watch my content. It really means a lot. It's also weird because, like I said, I didn't think I'd ever be here, but here I am. And I'll talk to you guys next time for Flosstube 11, and which should be in 2 weeks, not 3. Yeah. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna leave now before I ramble anymore. Bye. Have a good day.